forgive me if I dissolve into incoherence while I'm talking about episode 1. I loved The Walking Dead. When they got rid of Rick, they got rid of me. I just could not go on. And I forgot how distraught I was after that bridge scene until I found myself being very emotional at this episode. Episode 1 will power me for the next 30 years, okay? I was writing fan fiction. I was a huge shipper of Rick and Michonne and still am. I was on Tumblr. I was reviewing every episode on Tumblr back when. And so this is phenomenal. And I'm so happy with how episode 1 turned out. Kudos to Danai Gurira, Scott Gimple, and Andrew Lincoln for an amazing start. I'm so impressed by how invested I was. It felt like no time had passed. Before they even started the recap of, the past season, stuff like that, and what happened the last time we saw Rick, I was excited. I felt like something in me turned on. It felt like no time had passed in terms of how invested I was in what was happening with Rick. It took no time for me to connect back. There was not even a reconnect. We just continued where we left off. At the same time, it did feel like time had passed because of where Rick was emotionally. The various escapes, the narration was great, worked very well for the episode. But, us learning about him trying to escape 4 times, I think we open on him, trying to escape as he goes out into the forest. Like, y'all don't know Rick Grimes. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about them CRM people. Like, Rick Grimes, the man who bit off a man's Adam apple, thereby killing him. Rick Grimes, like, of course he needs to be leashed to keep him from leaving. Cut off his hand to try to escape, cauterized it himself in the body of a radioactive walker. They look radioactive, because why are they on fire from the inside? But I felt his desperation. I felt his despair. Every time either Okafor or Thorne tried to dissuade him from leaving, I felt like a pit in my stomach, because I'm like, don't, like, Pearl, Thorne, please stay 15 feet away. Okay, we don't need your negativity. You've given up on your person. Completely understandable. But Rick is not that guy. But they were trying to make him that guy. When Okafor introduced let's revamp the CRM, let's reform the military, I was like, don't give Rick a, let's change the world order, redefine society type of mission, because that might get him to refocus his efforts, and we don't need that. We need him to keep trying. When he met that little girl, I was like, is this gonna be a Judith stand-in? I was tight. I was stressed during the episode, which is very impressive because I haven't watched the show in years. And then, watching him never give up, never surrender. I will do everything I can to get back to my family. And if I cannot, I'm opt out. I'm just simply going to have to opt out because I don't want to do this. This is not the life for me. You're not going to have me on the front lines battling walkers when oh my God, this episode fed me. And even things like learning that Rick didn't speak for the first 2 years that he was there. All of that served to suck me into his mental state. The not hallucinations, but the dreams he has. Oh my God. Speaking of fan fiction, AU Rick and Michonne fan fiction, that was some fan fiction for us. Beautiful. I loved Michonne in that white outfit. Loved it. So they had me cheesing with the dreams. They had me worried with Rick's attempts at escape. And they had me, like I said, stressed and despair, high anticipation during this episode. I greatly enjoyed the scene between Rick and Okafor when Rick was like, what do you know about me? And to find out, he was writing Michonne letters. I don't know if it was every day, but regularly enough. The details in this episode are so good. That scene is great between him and Okafor where he's like, what do you know about me? And Okafor is taunting him about the letters he wrote, letting him know he knows about Michonne and he's seen the drawings and talking about Judith. And then the fight was great. Okafor talking about his wife was fantastic. That actor is cute. Also enjoyed his line delivery. I thought he was here for the long haul. I forgot about these people. Like, I'm talking about the Walking Dead, Scott Gimple and them, because they got him out of there, like, shot through the heart or the stomach or whatever, and blown up, blown to pieces. But somebody help me understand what Okafor was saying when he said his wife Estelle, like the emotion in his voice, she didn't want to liquidate the people in LA. No, the people in Philadelphia. And so because of her decision, like hundreds of thousands of people got saved. But Okafor said he killed her along with 4,000 people. Now, I'm guessing that's the military people that he killed, but I don't understand how that was because of the wife's choice. Can somebody help me figure out? Like, I rewound that scene and watched it like 3 times, and I don't understand why he says because of her choice these people lived. So then why did you have to kill her? Somebody help me understand. The other thing is this show ties into and makes reference to Fear the Walking Dead and Beyond the Dead. Like, I did not tune into any of the spinoffs. This is the first spinoff I've tuned into. So the references will go over my head, but I feel like I know what I need to know. So we had Okafor, who had this mission of like, something ain't right with the CRM. They need some revamping, and he was gonna do that with 2 little people, who he peeps are like great fighters or like charismatic, great leaders, and all that stuff. Unfortunately, he gone, so Rick is gonna have to, I'm guessing, carry on that mantle. Then we got Thorne, who herself is like, I believe in this. I believe in this. Like, this is it. This is all we got, Rick. Get into it. You're a great man, blah, blah, blah. I'm not feeling her because she was very, like, discouraging as a person. So she seems like a good character on her own, but, like, she wasn't serving my purposes during her scenes. But I'm looking forward to see, like, what else happens with her. So that's my review of the episode. It was fantastic. Omaha got bombed. Who do you think did it? And why is it the CRM? Because I don't trust them. Because not only because Okafor said they need to be like revamped, but we also know, I still remember that pretty much every society that we run into that's not led by Rick has a problem. I think Deanna's might have been the most tamed one, but most of them are just like, I just feel like the CRM bombed Omaha for some political reason. I could be wrong. If you continued watching The Walking Dead after they took Rick away, please give me the highlights of what happened with Michonne. I know about Rick Jr., but tell me the highlights of what she went through. The perfectionist in me really wanted to watch all of her episodes up to when she left, but my energy is finite and I could not make it happen. So I'm usually like super like no on spoilers, but no matter how long it's been. But let me know the highlights of what happened with Michonne's journey. But let me know what you thought of episode 1 of The Ones Who Live. Are you excited? Are you looking forward to it? Do you think it's too late? If you think it's too late, we can't hang because I'm freaking excited. I can't wait to see where this goes. This is a strong start. I hope they can keep it up. It's only 6 episodes. I hope the pacing remains fantastic. Man, I'm just ready. I'm locked in. I'm tuned in. I give this episode a 5 out of 5. I'm about to go watch episode 2, so I'll see you on that recap.